Good morning, it's the Mean Bean Machine here for getbean.com, and today we will be reviewing Darkwoods Coffee Good Morning Sunshine Blend. Now, previously we've reviewed Darkwoods Snowstone Winter Blend, which was pleasant enough, quite a nice blend. We did that as an espresso. Now this particular blend recommends brewing either by drip filter, AeroPress, Chemex or French press. So I've gone for the French press today. I must admit I do prefer espresso, so I may try this as an espresso at some point, but it does recommend those other kind of brewing processes as opposed to espresso. Now, the tasting notes on this kind of have a very strange description, claiming that it's reminiscent of French toast on a summer morning, rich and smooth in character. Now, one thing about kind of coffee tasting notes is that it's taken a lead from wine tasting, in which the tasting notes can be a bit obscure, to be honest. I fully expect this to taste nothing like French toast on a summer morning. Not that I've often had French toast on a summer morning, but I fully expect this to taste a lot like coffee and nothing like French toast. But what it really means is you have to kind of dig beneath these weird descriptions. For example, a lot of coffees tend to say they're quite fruity or floral notes, and what that tends to mean is fruity tends to mean quite acidic, so they kind of refer it to citrus fruits, although the drink itself won't taste citrusy. In the same way, you'll get a lot that describe themselves as chocolatey, which just tends to mean they're a bit kind of richer in flavour. It doesn't mean they particularly taste like chocolate. It's also a marketing thing. I mean, I still get drawn in and buy things that say chocolatey because I'm drawn to that taste. And yet I know the coffee won't taste like that. So you've just got to be aware of those. So I haven't tasted this yet, but claiming to be reminiscent of French toast, I would imagine means it's slightly kind of syrupy. So hence why it probably isn't great for an espresso shot. And has a sort of, I guess, not a sweet tone, but that sort of slightly sugary tone maybe. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here, so we'll find out in a second. But yeah, I mean, tasting notes are a weird one, and for the most part they can be a bit intimidating. I'd recommend personally just trying out coffees you like and then seeing if you can refer the words that consistently crop up. But it is a bit of a marketing thing. You'll see, like I say, I tend to prefer ones that say citrusy or floral for French press or black coffee, just because I like that kind of tang, that slightly acidic tang. But it, like I say, it won't taste fruity in any way, shape or form. And it's basically a way of associating those notes. You've got your sweet, your savoury, your umami, sour, and so on. So it's a way of trying to associate notes with known flavours. And that's it, really. It's much the same as wine. Not that I know a lot about wine tasting, I will admit that. But yeah, so don't pay too much heed to the tasting notes of a lot of coffees. This isn't a particular dig at this one. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to taste like French toast. Anyway, we'll give it a go and see if I'm completely wrong. Right. I've just moved into the other room to give this a try. So let's give it a quick taste and see what we think. Yeah, so kind of as I expected, it's got quite an oily essence to it. hence, I suppose, the link to the kind of syrupy French toast. It's quite pleasant, actually. It's very nice as a black coffee. It's not as rich as what I prefer. Kind of, I like quite a layered coffee, but then I drink a lot of espresso, and with kind of a milk or milk alternative in my case. But yeah, so it's got that essence. It's almost got that kind of tang I was talking about earlier with citrusy notes. I wouldn't necessarily call it citrusy itself, but I can definitely see where they're coming from with the French toast vibe. But by no means does it taste like French toast for those who aren't used to kind of coffee notes. Now, this bag was a 250 gram bag, about $6.99, I believe, if I remember correctly. And again, that was from Camden Grocers in Camden, London, down the Stables Market. I believe you can get it from other places. This is the first place I found it particularly. And yeah, actually that's a really kind of pleasant morning brew. I can see why they don't recommend it for espresso though. I probably will give it a try for espresso, just out of personal preference. But it has quite a nice kind of oiliness to it, not too distracting, and it's I think it's probably slightly stronger than the last one we tried, the Snowstone. But again, I haven't done a side-to-side comparison. And I think for those who like black coffee, that is quite a nice blend to go for.